Missy had always been a creature of routine. Each night, she would retire to her cozy apartment, nestled in a quiet corner of the city. It was a sanctuary, a place where she could escape the chaos of the outside world. But one fateful night, her tranquil existence was shattered by a series of mysterious events that would leave her questioning everything she knew. As the clock struck midnight, a jarring sound broke through the stillness of her apartment. It was the intercom, crackling with an urgent call. Groggy and disoriented, Missy stumbled out of her bed, her heart pounding in her chest. She made her way to the intercom panel, anxiety prickling at her senses. When she looked into the camera, expecting to see a visitor seeking entry, she was met with darkness. There was no one there. Perplexed and slightly unnerved, Missy retreated to her room, hoping it was just a momentary glitch. But fate had other plans. 15 minutes later, the intercom sounded again, jolting her from her uneasy slumber. Once more, she glanced into the camera's display, her eyes scanning the empty corridor outside. No one. Unable to shake off the feeling of unease, Missy resolved to investigate further. She gathered her courage and stepped into the dimly lit hallway. With each cautious step, the silence grew louder, amplifying the thumping of her heart. She reached the entrance, her hand trembling as she turned the key in the lock. The door creaked open, revealing a deserted street shrouded in shadows. As Missy peered into the darkness, her eyes darted left and right, searching for any sign of life. But the streets were empty, devoid of any presence. Confused and bewildered, she closed the door, resigned to the possibility that she had imagined it all. Just when she thought the night had reached its eerie climax, the intercom rang once more. With a hesitant hand, she reached for the intercom button, her breath held tightly in her chest. This time, when she glanced into the camera, she found herself face to face with a small street cat. Its eyes were wide with desperation, its frail body shivering against the cold. Meowing pitifully, the cat pawed at the intercom panel, as if begging for help. It was a puzzle how this little creature had learned to operate the intercom, but Missy couldn't ignore its plea. Opening the door, she scooped up the trembling feline, cradling it in her arms. In the safety of her warm apartment, Missy provided the cat with food, water, and a comfortable spot to sleep. When Missy awoke the next morning, however, the cat was gone. Panic surged through her veins as she frantically searched her apartment, calling out for her newfound companion. But there was no trace of the cat's presence, as if it had been nothing more than a fleeting dream. Days turned into weeks, and Missy couldn't shake off the lingering sadness. She would often find herself staring at the intercom panel, wondering if the cat had been a messenger.